I figured it would have been something like that. I think it's this one. Is it this one?
It is this one. I just don't want to be the one to break it.
Maybe I'll split this one. Will that help? Hey, social media. If you're tuned in, happy Saturday. Saturday, yeah. I almost got confused.
Hey, everybody. Who said I couldn't be fly?
If there's anything y'all want me to pin up, post over there.
Hey, how are you? Hope your Saturday's going well. We're gonna get started in a minute. As soon as this song ends, we'll jump right in.
I didn't realize that was like.
All I've had to eat.
Andrew officiated his first funeral today, guys. How do you feel about that? You feel
Weird.
like, is it weird?
Funerals are awkward.
You what?
Funerals are awkward.
Yeah, they are.
Bishop Trout. How you doing, sir?
Who?
Good to see you. Bishop Trout.
I don't know who that is.
Bishop Joel David Trout.
Who?
Bishop Trout.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh my God.
My God. What the heck?
Hey,
She
Bishop.
just pulled at me when a brother was
Music's
talking
really
to
loud.
his
I mean,
brother.
Chris has me having a party right now because this music is
Steve
like
Gray,
so loud
bro.
right
What's up, y'all? Hey, get to Cali Coast Barbershop. I wish I had the address. Matter of fact, I'm gonna look it up. Get to, y'all, our graphic. Everybody's on here. Bishop Trout, Steve Gray. Get to Cali Coast Barbershop. He is the owner, one of the best shops for urban hair care in the city. Get to Cali Coast. It's in Lemon Grove. If you know where the Walmart and the Jamba Juice and the Rubios, all that is, it's right down the street next to Bo Weevil. Get there. Bishop Trout is on here. What's up? Our graphic designer, Clinton Gorham, is on here. The Gorham Agency. If you need a flyer, email info@thegorhamagency.com. I believe that was right. If it's wrong, please type it in, Clinton, so you can get them right. But he will get you right. There's actually an event I'm going to tonight that he designed. But anyways, let's get started.
So, y'all.
Whose phone is on? Hey, y'all. This is
Nobody's phone.
that's some. I hear something. I hear somebody's stream. Okay,
It's off now.
off now.
There we go.
What's up, y'all? Hey, hey! It's your girl Alexander Jae, and you are officially tuned in to Saved and Still Fly. Because guess what we doing? We out here letting the world know that you can be saved and dope and keep your swag and be fly all at the same time. I still hear it. What's going on?
It's probably on that side.
Do y'all? Hopefully, you don't hear that.
I hear it. It's just not over here.
Who is it? It was Andrew. So we're gonna thank Andrew for
You know what it is?
Yeah, okay.
Is my phone
okay.
connected to the board?
There's nothing
No.
connected
No?
into it.
What?
That's so weird.
Can't
Yeah.
get audio from the power.
But my sound is off.
I'm not in that.
That's very interesting.
iPhone
So
issue.
let's thank Andrew for making that first
They didn't
5
hear
minutes
that.
very
It
awkward. They
wasn't
did
5
hear it
minutes.
because I heard it.
They didn't hear it.
So let's thank Andrew.
And it wasn't 5 minutes. The first 5 minutes was you playing that song.
Woo!
as opposed to an intro.
Hey.
I hope you're having fun because you look awkward.
Andrew's mad because I
I'm
called him
not
out.
upset.
Anyways, guys, welcome to the show. Let's finally jump in this, you guys. Let's get into it. Welcome to the show where we are letting the world know that you can be safe and fly at the same time. Today is Saturday, January 18th. We are halfway through the month, right? Yeah, more than halfway through the month. Crazy first month of the new decade of 2020 of the new year. It's been some dope stuff going on. God is really doing some amazing things for his people. I really, really believe that. So I'm just excited to be alive, to be, here amongst the brethren, amongst my actual brethren. Andrew's here. How are you feeling?
I'm hungry.
Andrew's hungry. We could have left the house earlier and
We're not
got
doing
something
this.
to
She was
eat.
in the mirror until 5:35.
Listen, we could have left the house earlier and got something to eat, but Andrew, likes to take his time.
Drea likes to lie,
Andrew,
so it's
what
okay.
are you talking about? Anyways, guys, let's jump into this. We've got some amazing things to go over and to talk to you guys about today. I'm super excited. What I want to talk about first is just because what I've really been feeling about this year is that it really is the year of divine connections. Just meeting people that really are going to propel you and launch you into what it is that you're supposed to be doing. And connecting with the right people and the right purpose people, the right destiny people, the right people that have that fire that really gonna help you get to where you need to be. So what's important though about, really realizing who those people are that come into your life is really having a good spirit of discernment,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's really important just to have established or just know and really pray and ask God for a spirit of discernment for your relationships, for your business ideas, for your future goals and plans. We have to discern when to move and who to move with. We have to discern the timing of when things are supposed to happen and be okay and trust God with when that is or what that looks like. But that's really, really important. Something I put on my Facebook the other day was just like, discernment is important not only for the toxic people that come into your life, but you got to discern the right people that come into your life too, because those people that come into your life that maybe are supposed to be there, but because you've been hurt and because you've been tossed around in the past, you feel like you have to build up this wall for somebody that you're supposed to be letting in, and now you've created a boundary for somebody that doesn't need a boundary. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's really important to understand that discernment comes on all aspects. We need to discern the right and the wrong. Anything to say about that?
No, you hit it all on the head.
Yeah. So I just wanted to really, put that in your ear for this year, guys, as we have started this new year, that God is really going to connect you with the right people. It is the year of divine connections. It's the year of just being with the right people at the right time, because that is so important in this season. Where God wants to take his people this year, we got to be in the right place at the right time. And there's like a meme or like a post going around on social media, your name is being talked about in rooms that you haven't entered yet.
That's a meme?
I don't know. Whatever
it
is. A quote, I don't know. Whatever it was that was, kind of traveling around social media. But I really, really believe that. Like, God is really starting to elevate his people, and it's going to come through making the right connections. It's going to come through divine relationships and connections that are meant to happen. So don't be afraid to connect with people. Don't be afraid to let your guard down a little bit and let people in, because you never know, that could be your new purpose partner. That could be the person that is supposed to help you and launch you to where you need to be. So just be encouraged and understand that. So you don't have anything to say about that? Have you ever had a situation where you discerned like the right person for your life and maybe you shut them out? Because I know I've done that before.
No, I've never shut out I don't think I've ever shut. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. Yes, but I think I didn't realize it until later. I've never done it intentionally. I've never been in the moment and been like, I know you're supposed to be here for me, but I still don't need you. I did it and thought it was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And then looked back and was like, oh, wow, so-and-so was really trying to, be there for me, was trying to help me. But I know people who have done it intentionally. Like, literally, people that are like, oh, I just don't like how you always checking on me and you always this and you always that. And little do they know you're actually, you mean it. Like, you're genuine.
Yeah.
So I've never done it intentionally, but unintentionally, yeah, I think everybody has at one point or another.
Yeah, I just think, like I said, God's been really dealing with me about connection and relationship over the course of these last few weeks. And so I really, really, really just feel the need to share this, because there are so many people right now who are connected to the right people and have no idea because you haven't really taken the time to discern, hey, this is a purpose partner. This is somebody that maybe I'm not supposed to cut them off this year. Like we always, it's the year of the cutoff or cut off game strong. Like, what if this is somebody that's really supposed to be with you? What if this is somebody that's really God sent? Like, we pray and ask God for relationships. We pray and ask God, God, send me somebody who's going to help me. God, send me somebody who's going to push me and who's going to challenge me and who's going to get me where I need to be. And then God sends that person and you decide to poison it with your toxic behavior and your toxic mindset because of your past and what you've been through. And now you've shut that person completely out and you've got to work 10 times harder to get their trust and their loyalty back. This season, just discern that that person is supposed to be with you and then rock. Go from there. Like, get it going. Do what you got to do. Be purpose partners and be cool with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's important. So I'm just really here to encourage y'all to find the right relationships. And now let's talk really quick about the bad ones because there are the bad relationships too. There are those. I know something you said was one of the most overused words of last year was toxic.
Yeah, I hate it.
I don't think it was overused
It
because I really feel like there was a lot of toxic things going on, like toxic people, toxic behavior, toxic mindsets,
Oh my gosh.
toxic
Oh my
relationships. Andrew hates this word, but I don't know. How do y'all feel about that word? I feel like it was real. People really were going through stuff that was detrimental to them.
It was
and poisoning them.
overused because it wasn't addressed. Like it's okay to use something, but if it's such an issue, when are you going to stop pointing it, exposing it, and start addressing it? Like, and that's where it came to me when I was like, the most overused word was toxic, but the most underused word was accountability. If everything is toxic and no one's accountable, there's a problem. So now everybody's toxic, but nobody's addressing the toxicity. So now the whole world is toxic because nobody wants to address it. So it's okay to expose, but also know once you expose, it's important to address. And that's how I guess you could say messy people come about. Like, you have those people like, oh, well, I'm going to tell you something, but don't tell this person I told you.
Mm-hmm.
Then why bring their name up?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you exposing somebody that I can't address?
Mm-hmm.
So I think, of course, it's okay. I'm not saying you're wrong for feeling as though someone or something is toxic, but once you expose it, be abreast that you now have to address it, unless you want to just sit in it.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
No, I totally agree with that. So how then do you, if you are in a covenant relationship with somebody, and I say covenant relationship because there are relationships you also have to discern, maybe they are just there for a season, maybe they are just there for a moment. They are there to teach you, they are there to help you, but they are not supposed to be there for a lifetime. So covenant relationship, though, is somebody that okay, this is a lifetime thing right here. This is a friend for real that I'm going to have for the rest of my life. This is a partner that I'm going to have for the rest of my life. For those covenant relationships, there are even moments where you can have toxic trends in that relationship. Let's talk really quick about how to address those because I think that happens too. Like even in the relationships that you want to work, even in the relationships that are God sent, how do you address those toxic mindsets or those toxic behaviors within that relationship?
If they're God sent, then they'll understand. Like, hey, they'll understand you coming. Like, hey, bro, you acting outside yourself right now.
Yeah.
Or like, I don't know what this is that you got going on, but I don't like it, and it's something like, do we need to talk? Do we need to cry?
Yeah.
Do we need to pray? Do we need to do something? If it's as covenant as we believe it is, then they should be okay with you addressing it.
Right.
Toxicity doesn't like being addressed. Covenant loves it. But
yes.
So and that's also a way to test. One thing like the Lord has me on is also testing relationships. Like I'm not so quick to call everybody a friend. I'm not so quick to call everybody a brother. I'm not so quick to jump into anything with the opposite sex because it's important that you're able to test that thing, throughout. So if I'm calling you bae and boo a month and a half in and we ain't been through nothing, then there's a problem. Or if I'm not able to kind of see the depth of your relationship with God or lack thereof, then all I'm going off of is endorphins and emotions and feelings and adrenaline. Yeah. Everything's fun when you first start, but after a while, once it becomes stale and once it starts to lose a little buzz, how are we really going to react? How are we going to respond? How are we going to deal with, does disagreement mean departure every time. Like it's
Right.
it always
Right.
it's just I don't know, it's a lot. So my thing is I'm in a season where I'm actually testing relationships with everybody, even if you know consider yourself a friend, affiliate, or whatever. I'm testing it because affiliates may become covenant brothers and sisters, and covenant brothers and sisters, at least who I thought, may become affiliates. So
True.
it's just about testing it. So I think as far as to answer your question, yeah, if it's as covenant as we believe it is, then they should be okay with us addressing whatever we feel is wrong at the time.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. So just be discerning of your relationships, find the right ones, get connected to the right people so that you can truly make an impact and connect, fully plug into your destiny and your calling and what it is that you're supposed to be doing. So God is going to send you divine connections this year. That is what we are believing God for, divine connections, divine relationships. To get to where we need to go. So we're going to pray to get this show started. We're going to pray just over the discerning heart that we want God to give us as we get into this next season and for the remainder of this year, and just to bless the show. So God, we thank you so much for this evening. We thank you so much for the ability, God, to choose. You gave us free will, God, and you gave us the opportunity to really dive into relationship with intention and to dive into relationship with open minds and with open hearts, God. And we pray that as you begin to send us people, God, that are destined to be with us, that are destined, God, to push us closer to our purpose, that are destined to push us closer to where it is that we need to go, that we recognize it immediately so that we are not thrown off, so that we are not, God, confused about what it is that you're doing, but so that we can tap in immediately and not waste any time. No more delays in this season because we've missed opportunities. No more delays in this season because we've missed connecting with the right person. No more delays in this season because we've missed our moment. Oh God, we will not miss another moment in this season, but we are fully connecting to the purpose and the calling that you have laid out for us. So help us to recognize a divine connection when you see it, and help us also, oh God, to remain faithful, oh God, when we have that connection, to remain faithful to building it, to remain faithful to establishing it and making sure that it remains strong so that we can do everything that you have us to do. Also continue to help us, God, to recognize bad relationships and toxic behavior so that we are not threatened or by whatever is going on, whatever the enemy is trying to do, or distracted by whatever the enemy is trying to do through that toxic relationship. So we trust you, and God, I pray over this show now that you would help us to have a great time. Bless it. You get the glory, honor, and praise out of every single part. We honor you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
All right, y'all. So we've got some more show here for you guys. I'm so excited that you are tuned in. We've got some music, though, on the way right now. This is Open Door Season. That's what we've been talking about. It's Open Door Season by your boy, Dietrich Haddon. And we're going to get this going, and then we will be back with some more good stuff. So keep it locked. This is Saved and Still Fly on GODRadio1.com. Thanks for sharing. Good answer on toxicity.
It's a good show.
Thanks.
Woo!
You guys are still live, just to let you know.
Yeah, my phone literally, my
No,
sound was
you
off.
were just didn't know.
My sound was off.
I was just making you aware that you all are still live.
Oh yeah, no, but I'm saying I thought I was just talking about the thing, but I thought it was you. I thought like what? Because you get the stream too. Yeah, I thought the stream was coming through here, and I kept pressing this. I was like, until I closed it.
The stream is pushing out.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Anyways, hope y'all Saturday is going well.
That was toxic. Yeah.
Right.
That was toxic.
That word. I don't ever want to.
I haven't heard you say
Everybody's toxic.
annoying this year. You annoying?
Am I annoying?
Annoying.
No, I haven't heard you say that this year.
Oh, really? I used to say it a lot.
He said it like it was a joke.
He still says that.
I know you do. I catch him all in power mode. I always catch him. Hey, we about to pray. We about to. Haven't caught him off to the side yet.
Not this year. I still say it. Annoying. That's not as irritating as toxic.
I love
I didn't
that
know
word.
to take you serious or not.
Everything is toxic.
No, when
That's
you
a great
when you
word.
said
But
annoying,
you know what?
I didn't know if you were like really serious to the person you was talking
toxic is a word that I don't really like because it's self-defined.
to.
It doesn't have a substratum of a definition, or it does,
Y'all hear these words?
or it does.
You handsome graduate.
Agreed. I'm over here like Google that. What?
Or it does,
Right.
but we ignore it.
45 seconds. Are you going to another track or jumping back in?
We're jumping back in.
It does, but we ignore it based on what we like or don't like. I don't drink energy drinks, right? You're
Right.
drinking a Monster. Last time I drank one of those was after my prom night, and I know we got 10 seconds. After my prom night, and I
We
went,
got 30.
okay, I was on my way to church, and I played
Now
the
we have
drums
10.
and literally knocked out as soon as I got home.
Wow.
I could knock you and say Monster drinks are toxic.
No, they are, but I'm on 3 hours of sleep for 2 days. You know?
I agree. I'm just
I
saying.
need help.
But it's what you like.
I don't. I need help. Alright, you guys are jumping in 5 seconds.
That's right. It's the season of open doors out here. You know what I'm saying? Welcome back. It's Saved and Still Fly. It's the girl Alexander Jae, and Andrew is here in the building. We live. We are here. We are excited. Okay. Listen. We've got to address something.
Now we want to address. Is it toxic?
It is. No, it is actually. It's very toxic. If you missed our first segment, we talked about toxic behavior, toxic relationships, toxic mindsets. Go back and watch the replay once we're done. Andrew's getting annoyed because he hates the word toxic. So, yeah, I love the word. So go back and watch the replay once the show's over because I think you'll enjoy that segment. Just talking about how to identify when you're in a toxic situation, or we talk about how to address it. How to address when you're in a toxic situation, and then also discerning the right connections for your life. So go watch the replay once we're done. But this is what we've got to address right now, okay? Because I am completely appalled. I'm completely sick. I am just so confused about what's going on. So a few weeks ago, I'm scrolling Instagram, right?
Mm-hmm.
As we do, just chilling, scrolling Instagram, and I come across,
Hey, Jeremiah.
this post that is like, it's bewildering to me, Like, I was just so
Can
confused.
you say it?
So what happened was, this was a recording. Somebody recorded on their phone in church, mind you. They're in service. And, he's recording and he zooms in, to the screen in front of him.
Oh my gosh.
And
why are we talking about this?
So he zooms in to the screen in front of him.
Chris is so confused.
And it's a cell phone. And it's a man sending text messages. And the text messages say, I'm going to keep it very PG as I can.
This is so dumb.
The text messages say,
Chris?
hey, when are you going to be able to come over so we can pretty much get it on? So we can get it on. I'll have your money tomorrow. Now, this is in church. This is an older gentleman. He has to be in his 40s, 50s. He has to be. Because he has no hair on his head. So he has to be older. So he is sending text messages. Deacon Nasty is sending text messages in church asking for sex. And asking and telling this woman that she's going, and mind you, he offered $45. He offered $45. That was in the text message. So I just need to address this because what in the actual heck is going on? What is this? This is really happening?
That's nothing new.
No, and I don't think it's really anything new either, but just the fact that this was like caught on tape and homeboy had no conviction at all. Like, you're sitting in church and you have no conviction about the text message that you're sending right now. Like, what?
It's been happening since back in the day. We just...
Got cell phones.
Yeah, it's cell phones now. Cell phones reveal everything.
No, I understand that. Obviously, you need a cell phone to text. But my point is, homie, Deacon Nasty is chilling in church. Like, I think the preacher was up at this point, and he's just like, oh Like, he had no remorse, no conviction whatsoever. Where has our conviction gone in the church? That's my question. Where has our conviction gone? Why is this happening? And should we be mad about this? Should we be concerned about this? Or is this just like, people are doing what they're gonna do?
At that point, I would think so.
I mean,
if I'm gonna do it in church, I'm gonna do it outside.
I agree. I think there's a lot that we don't know. That was just one. That was one thing. I'm sure if we found out something else, we'd be like, oh snap! Like, yeah, I don't.
I mean, I guess
I think if we catch him, sure. I mean, at that point, it should definitely be a conversation, and especially if it's with somebody that's in the church. What about the man who zoomed in? Worry about yourself. I agree.
Mind your business.
It's like I don't know, but there's a lot of.
Mind your business. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, I'm done.
There's a lot of fornication, all kind of stuff going on in the church. Okay, yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of like my mom. I'm out of it.
So you would, had you seen that, you would have just minded your business,
yes.
gone on about your day, enjoyed your church service, and been chilling?
I would have had a good laugh and went on about my business.
But you would have told everybody about it?
I probably would have told my best friend. That's it. And my family.
So we should be more upset with the man that recorded it.
Not necessarily. I'm
just confused.
Now, hold on. Now, he is wrong. He is wrong for posting it. He is wrong for posting it.
Listen.
He's wrong for posting.
But how is he wrong for posting it? You said this happens. This happens. So, I mean, now it's just caught on tape. Now we just got the evidence.
Accountability.
Now we just have the evidence. If this happens all the time, now we just got documentation that this is really going on. People really out here having no conviction at all, sitting in church, sending text messages. It's crazy.
It's the same thing as when somebody, married or unmarried, because, now it don't matter, walks in the church pregnant one day. It's like, we didn't have to know you was having sex, but now the whole world know. It ain't no different.
God.
Now we know. If we didn't know before, ain't no other way. And, unless there are some other ways, but, the conventional way, if we didn't know now.
There's
if we didn't know now, we know now. And hey, then what did we do? Just be like, oh, girl, when was it? Who was it when? Where was y'all at? I don't care. Congratulations at this point. So I think that's what old boy was when he saw it. It was like, hey, oh, okay. And then what?
I don't know.
I don't think he need to go to the pastor. I mean, if he feels like, if he's that convicted and he say, Pastor,
no, he's not convicted
I
at all.
saw Deacon Williams and he was texting Sweetness and said he had her $45 and hey.
So would it be different? This is what I'm gonna get to. Would it be different if it was like somebody that held an office in the church? So what if that was head Deacon Willie Earl?
Is it different? I think it depends on who was recording.
No. My point is, do we hold people like in office to a higher standard? Because you're just saying like this happens.
Naturally, yes.
So if it was head Deacon Willie Earl that got caught sending that text message, now it becomes a problem.
It's a problem either way.
Right.
It's a problem either way. I'm not going to differentiate by position.
But how do you handle this?
How would I handle it?
Yeah, because the question's been directed everywhere else versus you.
I don't think I have like a way that I would handle it per se.
You got this message
Hey
at
Deja,
the end
hey
of
Jackie, hey
church.
Victoria.
How do you go from there?
If it was the head deacon of my church?
No, it don't matter. This happens tomorrow at church.
Hop on the mic real quick, Chris. Hop on the mic. Hold on. Let's get it. We gonna put our
producers on.
Yeah, we gonna put our producer Chris in on this because he got some stuff to say. So what's going on?
So what I'm saying is tomorrow.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right. So tomorrow, this happens in church.
Agreed, Bishop.
Right? What do you do? How do you handle it? This is your church.
So
How do you handle it?
if you saw
this happens tomorrow, I meet you in the hallway with the phone. I have the recording.
Hey, what's up, man?
It's already posted. What are you gonna do? How do you handle this? Like,
if we go to church tomorrow and you see one of our deacons saying this message,
whether it's a deacon, it doesn't matter. This video is in front of you. How are you gonna handle this?
When you put it that way, no, I'm not doing
exactly.
anything.
You're gonna go about your business.
But I'm just.
But you are a high person in the church, and I'm
right,
coming to you for direction.
I see her point. She's vexed.
I got this information. This is happening in our church.
Listen, because y'all not gonna attack me in here. That's what's not gonna go down.
No, we're not attacking.
No, but look, this is what I'm saying. My whole point was this man had no conviction. Like, can you wait till you get outside the church? That was my whole point.
So, I mean, but that's the thing. What does it matter if it's... Does it matter if I send this text message in a church or outside?
You're right, and I see that point.
No.
I'm God's son wherever I am.
That's true, but
I'm sinning. I sin in
so
church.
Let me break this down for the people that might have just hopped on. We're talking about this man who sent. This was going on social media. There was a man who was caught recording, sending text messages in church to somebody asking them for sex and was agreeing to pay her $45. But mind you, he's sitting in church, like church service is going on, and he is sending these text messages. So that's what we're talking about, just for y'all who might have just hopped in. So now we're kind of saying, would it have been any different if he was outside of the church versus him being in the church? Like, does it make a difference?
No, I don't think it makes the sin any worse. I don't think it makes the thought any worse. It's just for me, and maybe it's just the way I was brought up. I was just taught to keep certain things, places, holy. If you're gonna do what you go, I see her point. She was just vexed. Like, oh, bro, really? You couldn't, like, even if you are gay, or even if you
after time,
or even if you are going to send it, like, bro, you don't want to go to your car and then come back.
You want to go to the bathroom real quick,
and bro was in the pulpit.
It's safe to let him go to the bathroom. Just FYI.
Okay.
Just say it's PG. That was PG.
So, I'm just like,
I agree. I see your point.
Victoria, hi Victoria. She said a sin is a sin.
I agree. It doesn't make it any worse where you do it.
I just don't know how to. I feel like my question still hasn't been answered. How do you address it? How do you?
I wouldn't address it.
I come to you with this information. I'm the Zoom in guy.
My answer: pray for him.
I'm the Zoom in guy. That's your answer.
Pray for him.
And what do you? No one holds me accountable for my actions. You don't tell me. And next time you keep this to yourself, or what about me being nosy?
If I'm the pastor, then I appreciate you telling me and not running off to tell somebody else first. Like, I appreciate that.
I already posted it though.
Oh well.
Like, I'm just letting you know.
Now at that point, as a leader in the church, or if I'm on the elder or ministerial staff, I think it should be addressed. At that point, if it's circulating in the ministry, because now you got sheep talking about sheep, and that's never safe. And at that point, I think it should be addressed by a higher up, a pastor, an executive pastor, an associate pastor. At that point, say, okay, I know because it's been exposed, as I said, we know that there's a video circulating of Deacon so-and-so, and he has been addressed. We have had that conversation with him, and we want you all to know that it is being taken care of by the staff and the elders and ministers of the church. However, we are not going to disown Deacon so-and-so. We are counseling him.
Forgiveness.
We forgive him. We are talking with him to see what is the root of this, desire that he may have, and we are going to, walk him through it, and we are going to love on him. Y'all not going to treat him no different. We've addressed it, and this is what it is.
Yeah.
At that point.
Okay.
That's why I like going to church with you.
Yeah, thank you, man. City of Faith Family Worship Center, 6265 University Avenue, 92115. See y'all tomorrow at 10.
Okay, I mean, I guess my whole point was just like, bruh, you're in church, like, can you give it 2 hours and then
your appointment.
Right.
Yeah,
and Bishop Cousins said the same thing. At that point, it's the pastor's job to address.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
I agree.
Okay. Well, we could move on, I guess. Anyways, I if you guys haven't seen the I'm not posting that. I'm not posting that. I'm not. You can't find it on my Instagram. I was gonna say I'll post it, but I'm not doing that.
No. If you haven't seen it, then you just haven't
part
seen
of it.
Yeah, I'm not.
But we talked about it, and for those who just joined, go back, rewind about 10 minutes, and you can watch the
Derek,
segment.
you would have enjoyed that conversation.
Derek. Elder Miz, I want to hear your perspective too. Good to see you. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm not posting that. But anyways, thanks for your input. Where was the female he was texting? He was just. I mean, it was.
We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know, but it was just. I mean, I hope she was in the church.
Oh wow, she was in choir. It's time to move on. What's the next song?
I really hope she wasn't in church.
It doesn't matter in the church or anywhere else. It's wrong. Now you want to know how people will respond if they found out that it involved their significant other. It could turn very dangerous for all parties. Completely agree.
Very true.
Completely agree. Thanks, Bishop, for your input. All right, let's move on because this is getting too many hypotheticals. Our imagination is running wild, and it's not right.
Okay.
Moving on.
Let's do this because what if somebody was
oh my gosh.
No. It's we're transitioning. We're transitioning. So let's talk about dating really quick. If you can give one dating tip. Derek. So one person, let's say a 13-year-old boy comes up to you right now and he's like, Andrew, I'm about to start dating. What is the first tip you're going to tell him?
You're too young.
Good
Okay, they're 16.
Okay.
Still.
Dating tip?
Yes.
Don't rush it.
Don't rush, okay? Mine would be heal first.
But that's my first relationship. Where am I healing from?
You're not even hurt.
You don't even know. First of all, you guys don't know this person. I just
you didn't give us
16.
just
no, but she's right. Because he could have daddy issues.
He could have trauma.
He could have abandonment issues.
Okay, if he needs to heal
from that.
Right.
Yeah. But what if he's whole?
If he's whole, then my tip would be to love yourself first. Don't go into a relationship looking for somebody to fulfill you.
Yeah,
Mr. T. I agree. That's why I said you're too young. Right. But okay, 16 and whole, don't rush it. Don't rush it. That I'm 22. That's the best advice I could give 17-year-old me.
Dating tip: holiness is right. Don't start tipping and dipping out here. Derek, we'll talk offline.
That's PG though.
We'll talk offline. It is PG, but we know him.
What am I saying? Don't rush it. That was my issue. I thought everyone was possibly the one.
Oh, jeez.
Not everyone. Not everyone.
I'm gonna let you
but my first real relationship, I was like, this is it. That's my first little love, you know. I have my little butterflies. I was like, this is it. Like, I'm going all the way.
No comment.
Then we broke up. And I cried. I was like, let me tell y'all something. I was so mad as a man or as a boy at the time, whatever. I told myself, because, you know, in high school, you talk to your friends about your little issues or whatever. And I was like, and then my friend Nathan at the time, he was my best friend. And he was like, man, what you going to do if this ends? Like, you know, you seem really invested. I was like, man, move on. Like, be good. We ended it, bro. I was crying. I was like, I told myself I would never cry over a female. And I did. I did. So, you know, don't rush it. Don't rush it because you end up getting...
Because it ain't what it looks like.
Yeah, not always. Not always. Not always. But, you know, I know some people who are high school sweethearts or, you know, college freshman sweethearts. Yeah. It happens. And I think... Exactly. And I think because that's a fairy tale for a lot of people, they want it to be them. So the first person that they do, they're like, man, I'm about to have a story. You know, I met so-and-so freshman year in college or... I met so-and-so, we played on basketball team together, she played basketball, I played football, and we, homecoming queen came, like, you know, the whole High School Musical, like, nah, bro.
The movie.
Yeah, it don't happen like that all the time. So, and I'm not trying to kill your dreams, but.
And also, don't use social media as your,
runway for your relationship.
As your runway or as your guide, I was trying to say. Like, everything that you see people posting with their boo or like with their relationship, like that's most of the time that stuff is not real at all. Yeah. So don't use that. Chris said his stuff.
Bishop Cousin said acknowledge God first. I agree. And y'all, I know we hear that from pastors and bishops like himself, you know, just saying keep God first and but like for real, y'all. Like if you follow in your own way, it'll be fun. I'm not even gonna lie. It's fun for a little bit because you're doing you know. Ain't nobody telling you what to do. Nobody's holding you accountable. But keep it private. That was good. We're gonna address that. You know, you're doing you. Nobody's telling you nothing. But there's gonna come a moment in time when you hit a wall, and you're gonna look up like, whoa, how did I get here? And it was because the whole time you had one voice in your ear, and it was yours.
Yeah. And
so, Bishop, that was very good. Acknowledge God first. What else? Victoria, this generation is way too fast. I agree. That was my mistake. I rushed a lot of stuff. Thought everybody, you know, I keep saying everybody. I haven't encountered a lot, so thought the first 2 relationships I were in, I thought it was
right.
I was like, man, like, you know, this is, and also because I had, that's another thing I'll say.
Oh God, Andrew's had he's been
what?
Because you're like
no.
Right now,
oh, I've always been passionate about relationships. Like I can't wait to get married, have kids, and all that. But I've always had,
you're too young.
but I'm not rushing it. Listen, see, I'm taking my own advice.
Oh no.
But see, all this, I can talk about this all day. But all that intertwines because I'm so excited to do it. That's why I was so eager to get it done. So like whenever I had a little, you know, whatever, I was like, oh, this could be it. You know, like whatever.
This is the one.
But well, dang, I lost my thought. Whatever. Anyways, slow down. Slow down.
Definitely. But keep it private. Let me talk about that really, really quick. Keeping your relationship private is so important.
But not a secret.
Private, but not a
There's
secret.
A difference.
Absolutely. Like if you hiding your person, then that's a problem. But keeping it private and just protecting it, I think that is definitely major key because people will try and, you know, come in and infiltrate it or poison it or whatever they want to try to do. So keeping it private, I think that's great. I think there's nothing wrong with that. So definitely keep it private until you are ready to release to the world that you are married. No, I'm joking.
Right.
But
listen, at this point, my wedding is invite only.
Right.
And photos will be released. Be like, oh, we said yes, by the way.
Right.
Or no, I'm gonna just caption, oh, by the way. ...
I said yes.
No, not even the
engagement.
The engagement, the wedding.
That's so funny.
Invite only. Oh, by the way. ... That's gonna be
hilarious.
my caption.
That's funny.
On my wedding photos.
Anyways, okay, guys, listen.
I could design that one.
Please.
That's
right.
easy. I got
Please.
Surprise. So anyway, speaking of surprises, this is totally off subject.
What's up, Jonathan?
Beyonce dropped Ivy Park today.
Yo, and I went online.
What you mean?
Is it a female only? She dropped a
Adidas
line. Is it a female only line?
Oh, I thought she dropped her child. Like dropped.
Oh
gosh.
I didn't know.
Oh,
I don't keep up with this thing right.
Ivy
I was
Park.
like, you dropped.
Is it a female only line?
She too big to be falling like that, you know?
I think so.
Okay, because I saw some shoes some sneakers that were really, really dope. And I was going online to get them. Everything sold. Do y'all know that line? From fanny packs to socks to shoes to hoodies.
Dope.
It sold out in an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah, I was
on Adidas.com.
Yeah.
You know how much you have to buy to sell out? That means almost the entire. We're not just talking about U.S.
That means China can't keep
International, UK in an hour and 10 minutes.
China's partying right
She
now.
posted those pictures, and I saw them late because I don't follow her. But I just
partying in China. They get 2 weeks off.
Oh, I believe it.
They good.
I just saw a bunch of almost every woman.
No, I'm just saying, like, they sold out.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we can't work no more. It's all gone.
Yeah.
Almost every woman I follow on Instagram was posting, her photos because, Queen Bey Hive, whatever. And I was like, what is this? Let me look at this. And I looked at it and they're like, oh, she dropped a line. I was like, oh, let me go look. I saw some shoes, sold out. Hoodie, sold out. Track jacket, sold out. Sweats, sold out.
Yeah.
Fanny pack, sold out. Socks.
Speaking of news, since we're talking about news, also, what dropped yesterday on Netflix? That Tyler Perry, A Fall from Grace. Did you guys watch A Fall from Grace? Me and Andrew watched it last night. And we're highly disappointed. We don't know what the heck y'all was talking about. It got some awesome reviews.
And I'm not even mad at Tyler. I'm mad at y'all.
Right, because y'all raved.
Yeah, y'all. I'm mad at y'all.
Y'all raved about this joint, and we were like, this is the corniest.
Y'all raved up and through about that. Y'all, this is your best work yet. No, it's not. Y'all want to know Tyler Perry's best work to date? Diary of a Mad Black Woman.
And then it's
yes.
Acrimony.
Are you kidding me? Acrimony and Diary are his best works.
The married one?
Why Did I Get Married? This series is good. Why Did I Get Married? Why Did I Get Married is really good. Actually, I do like that series. That was good. Yeah. I'm glad he didn't do a third one because it would have been corny. First 2 were good. I was mad Gavin died, though. Very mad.
That was the best. I'm sorry.
That was the best twist,
that was a good way to...
We can talk about that. That's 10 years ago.
That was a good twist.
What else has Tyler done? The Medea movies, they're good, but we already had saw the plays. So they were basically the same thing on the big screen.
I'm grateful he did it.
Yeah.
I'm just grateful.
Fall from Grace, y'all. It was good. Okay. It may have been really, really good to other people. Y'all, my uncle, Bishop James Nelson, is on here. What's up?
Uncle James.
What's up, y'all? If you're in Baltimore, visit Destiny Christian Church. I do not have the address.
Family That Prays.
But go ahead and find Family That Prays is good.
That's a good one.
What else?
Basically, what we're trying to say is Tyler, we're very proud of Tyler. I think as the Black community, we do need to support him. And he just, his studio, he doing his thing with his,
That thing is amazing.
It's amazing.
Y'all know Tyler Perry Studios is bigger than Disney World?
Yeah.
I would say for those, and I will say this, terrible. Tyler Perry is doing what most people can't do.
He is.
Absolutely.
He is.
Absolutely.
And everything can't be 100%
I agree.
perfect.
And he's doing so much. And do y'all know he writes everything we see that has his name on it? He has no writer's room. Every script from Has and Has Nots to Meet the Browns oh yeah, of course we can't. And
go ahead.
I was just saying, I forgot what I was gonna say. Go ahead, lost my thought.
I will say that what Tyler does is he forces you to believe that you can achieve something bigger than yourself.
Yeah.
Like that is so inspiring to me in itself. Yeah. So I think,
I wish I could put out.
My family's literally been watching Tyler Perry since the I Can Do Bad All By Myself play. What was that, 2001?
I wish I could do a VHS.
We've been watching Class Reunion. Like to me that's his funniest play. If y'all have not seen Medea's Class Reunion, that is the funniest play. I was a baby, bro. I was like 5.
Because I was in high school.
He used to mock Mr. Brown.
Yeah, I was like 5 or 6, but it was so funny. And it's appropriate. It was age appropriate, except for, a few other words here and there. But he's been able to reach the masses. And I know the church had an issue with it because they said, no man is going to be wearing wigs and having breasts in a fat suit or dresses and all that. But hey, man, that's the gift that God gave him to make people laugh, and I will never knock him. And I think he's amazing. It's just for me, A Fall from Grace. I watched that movie was real kind of crime focused.
It was so dark,
and it was very, very dark. And I watched I live for stuff like that, like How to Get Away with Murder. And all Quantico, all these investigative shows, I live for stuff like that. So I know a twist is coming bore it even comes.
Called it.
I called it.
Oh, don't say it though. Yeah, Some people might have not seen it.
Yeah,
so go watch the movie.
As we were watching it, I was just like, so and so did it. And at the end, of course, just because I watch stuff like that. But if you don't, it'll definitely catch you by surprise. So I think y'all should go ahead and check it out.
Yeah, on our next show, we're going to talk about guilty pleasures because I think that watching some of these movies and some of these shows that we watch is definitely, as Christians, we can identify them as guilty pleasures. So we're going to talk about that on our next show. We'll talk about that on our next show. Get prepared for that. But anyways, guys, listen. We've got a word of inspiration for you. We're going to talk to you about Moses just a little bit before we get out of here. Right now, we just got one more song for you guys, and then we're going to come back and talk to y'all. But we appreciate y'all hanging out with us, man. Don't go anywhere because we still got some stuff to talk about. But yeah, watch the movie. We don't want to, steer you guys away from watching it. We just were disappointed. So go ahead and watch it, though. Click on that joint. Support Tyler. If nothing else, go ahead and support Tyler Perry. So, let's go ahead and get this song. This is Kingdom by Ruth LaAntra. We're going to get into this, and then we will be right back to close out the show with our word of inspiration. Keep it locked. This is Saved and Still Fly on GODRadio1.com.
What
are you laughing at?
Look at y'all at this comment.
Oh my God.
What was that?
Power.
Power is.
Yo, that is our show.
Right
that is
Power's
our show.
Dumb.
Power is not dumb.
One, you calling.
Yo, Jonathan told me about that show on a Sunday.
Shonda is killing that. Courtney Kemp is killing the writers of
Power.
the show.
Oh, Shonda Rhimes write that?
Yeah, she co-writes with Courtney Kemp.
I don't like Shonda Rhimes anymore. When she messed up Scandal.
She didn't mess up Scandal.
She messed up.
She had to end it.
She messed it up.
No, she had to.
They forced her to end it. Yes? Oh, okay. I didn't want to get blocked. That's why. Yes, sir. Program director said
I binge watched 5 seasons of Power in 2 weeks.
Yeah, that sounds like
it's that good.
Best 2 weeks you had.
It's that good. No, it's good.
It's a good 2 weeks.
It's great.
I wouldn't dare go back and watch. I hate rewatching anything.
I hadn't seen it at all.
I'm sorry to hear that, but congratulations, you are back. You're caught up.
Yeah, I hadn't
That's
seen
crazy.
it at all. It was great. I was good. I think now it's getting a little iffy.
I mean, you watched it in the point of getting through it. For us that watched it as it go,
Oh, yeah.
we were able to settle
It's dragging out
and wonder like who did what.
It definitely moves.
You got like a fast.
Yeah, that's true.
Like we got stuck on who we
That's
like
true.
and
That's
who we
true.
don't like and who died,
That's
and it's
true.
like
That's true.
now it's really about who shot him, and I really don't care.
Yeah, at this
I just
point.
really want to know who did it.
Yeah. Recommendation for y'all, and some may find it weird. Grownish.
I like all of that.
If you've watched Blackish, this is a spinoff. The daughter goes to college, and I guess more so people my age can relate that have been to college,
Mhm.
you know, or even if you're not in college or you're that age.
You can look at it from the point of view of your parents
Yeah.
watching your child grow.
Yeah. So really great show, y'all. I recommend it.
Grownish.
Grownish
I
is
haven't
great.
really gotten into that.
This Is Us.
The
Another
Office is
recommendation.
better. Office is so dumb.
The Office is really funny. Now that's actually one of the funniest shows ever written.
So dumb.
Have y'all watched Messiah?
Okay, so Jonathan put me on to Messiah, and I have watched the first 2 or 3 episodes, but I haven't been able to finish.
I watched
I heard
all
it's
10.
amazing though.
I watched all 10 and thought it was.
I heard it's amazing.
I thought it was dead on.
It is, and because the reason, you know why I shied from it, because I thought it was gonna be them kind of mocking Jesus in a sense and his life, but they're actually basically depicting as if Jesus were to come to earth today.
Right.
That's what it would be like. Like they had no record of his birth, had no record of his death. He was going places, disappearing, performing miracles, disappearing. And the way he talked to people was so like, this is what it is, take it or leave it.
And not
like,
one time did he say,
I'm God. Right. Jonathan told me there was one part where they said, are you the Christ? He said, you're saying I'm the Christ.
Right.
But I'm not saying that. It was so dope. Like, I was like,
I watched it in one day.
Wow.
I was just, you know,
That good.
I had seen the trailer months ago.
Shut up, Derek.
And I was interested because I want to write like Christian stories like that, and so I really wanted to see how they did it, and it was good.
You can't see the thing.
No, because I need to read it.
You know, you got another 3 minutes on this.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play that game. Like 1 more minute. Give us the victory.
So yeah, y'all. Anyways, hope y'all day is going well or went well. If you're still not out and about, 6:52. Thanks for tuning in with us. We have fun.
Woo!
Got a few minutes.
Let me know when you want to jump in.
If y'all don't know who Ruth LaAntra is, I'm finna put y'all on. Ruth LaAntra. She sings
She's a hype one.
down. Oh my gosh, look her up. Okay, I'm almost ready. Hold on. Look at my scriptures. Just listen. She sings. Have you
I
heard her?
heard Dream. You play the song every other day.
Oh my
I've heard it.
It's on repeat. She's a repeat offender.
Give us the victory. You get the glory. Give us the victory.
Are y'all going loud tomorrow? Y'all going loud tomorrow?
Church.
I'll be hurt.
Chris wants to go live so bad.
No, because I'm not there. Like, I'm be at the house of
Let's
blues.
come back.
And I'm like, I want my church.
Right.
Hey, welcome back to Saved and Still Fly. I am your girl, Alexander Jae. That was Kingdom by Ruth LaAntra. I love her. She is amazing. Look her up if you do not know who she is. But listen, we are almost out of time here on the show, but I did want to encourage you guys a little bit. The Lord was dealing with me about Moses. So I wanted to give you guys this quick encouragement just to let you know that God has seen your struggle and he is about to deliver you. Exodus 3, chapter 3, verses 7 through 10. I'm going to read it really quick in the Amplified version. It says, the Lord said, I have in fact seen the affliction, suffering, desolation. I could shout right there. Y'all want me to take a lap? I could go off right there. The Lord said, I have in fact seen the affliction, suffering, desolation of my people who are in Egypt, and have heard their cry because of their taskmasters or their oppressors. for I know their pain and suffering. Verse 8, so I have come down to rescue them from the hand or the power of the Egyptians, and to bring them up from that land to a land that is good and spacious, to a land flowing with milk and honey, a land of plenty, to the place of the Canaanite, the Hittite, the Amorite, the Perizzite, the Hivite, and the Jebusite. Now behold, the cry of the children of Israel has come to me, and I have also seen how the Egyptians oppress them. And then verse 10 says, therefore, come now, and I will send you to Pharaoh, and then bring my people, the children of Israel, out of Egypt. So I really was just so encouraged by this scripture when I was reading it for myself. And something that freed me, God was, telling me to just free myself and say, hey, God is concerned with my suffering. I don't know about you, but that can free you if you let it. If you need that, I dare you, wherever you are, just put your hand on yourself and just say, God is concerned with my suffering. God is concerned with your suffering. He is looking out for you. He cares about you. He cares about the things that you struggle with. He cares about the things that you care about. Like, that is so amazing to know that this God, this all-powerful person, this all-powerful being who created the heavens and the earth, cares about what you care about. And he is concerned about you. So I just wanted you to be encouraged. I wish I could go into this like I wrote it to really tell you guys everything that God gave me for it. But also, let me give you this piece really quick too. Not only is God concerned about you, but those of you who feel like your suffering has made you feel small or made you feel stuck, God's about to bring you to a spacious land flowing with milk and honey. Something that I thought about, an analogy, is when you put a dog in a cage, they can't move, right? Normally, if you see a dog in a cage, they're just sitting there. They're normally really sad. They're whimpered, but as soon as you open up that cage and you let a dog get some space and some space to run around, you're going to see that tail start wagging. You're going to see them get very excited because now they have room to be who they are and to actually live freely and to play around and to have fun. So be encouraged. You're about to have so much space. You're about to have more than enough space for what you do. Don't get discouraged. God dealt with Moses in increments of 40 years. So these things happened, and it took a long time for the children to actually come out of Egypt. Don't be discouraged if you feel like it's taking longer than it's supposed to. But please know that you are about to have so much space, and God is about to blow your minds. Anything to say about that?
Yeah, and just remember that when you get, okay, so I was on my way home one time from, actually on my way to Virginia. That's what I was. On my way, I came home for a little bit, and I was on my way to Virginia. And I got on the plane, and I was sitting down in the middle seat. And the lady, one of the flight attendants, we hadn't taken off yet, and she saw how tight I was. I was just real cramped. I was like, and the flight was 5 hours here to Baltimore. It's not short. It's not short at all. And she was like, well, there's an emergency exit row for whoever wants it. I raised my hand and said, hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. And I went up and I went back, and she said, now I've already explained it to them back there, but as you're walking, I'm just going to explain it to you. She said, I'm about to take you to a much larger space, but before you get there, I need you to be willing to agree that in case of emergency, you'll be willing to help somebody else get out. I was like, oh God, I'm about to run. I looked back, I was like, oh yeah, but my spirit's leaping, but yeah. So just know that when God does make space for you, you have to be willing to help somebody else out of a bad situation. That space isn't just for you to roam free, so go get somebody else that was just where you were and say, hey, I was there, but come to this place, So, yeah, you're getting ready to get more space, but in case of emergency, be willing to help somebody else get out.
Man. That was
fire.
good.
That was fire right there.
That was good, man. I hope y'all were.
Who you was flying? Spirit?
That was.
Nah, I was on Southwest.
That was so good, man. Please, please, please take heed to that. God is about to give you space, but in case of emergency, make sure that you can help somebody else get out. Take somebody else with you, all right? Listen, we're out of time, but I have loved spending every single moment with you guys tonight. We are going to be back next week, of course, and we're going to make sure that we have some more amazing content for you guys. So let us know if you guys want us to talk about something specific. Let us know. We would love to hear from you guys. Follow us on Instagram at Alexandria Jae and
at Andrew S. Brooks _.
Yeah, and we'd love to connect with you guys. Otherwise, please make sure to remember that you can be saved and fly at the same time. Let the world know that it is okay. Keep shining your light. Live life, serve others, and do it all unto the glory of God. Much love. We'll holler at y'all later.
Peace.